Welcome students, today we are going to start 7th chapter of geography, and that is human, environment, settlement, transport and communication. Students, as you all learnt in first chapter of geography in environment, that early human beings depend entirely on nature for food, clothing and shelter, but with time they learnt new skills to grow food, build homes and develop better means of transport and communication. In this way, they modified the environment where they lived. As you all know, they started in living in kacha houses, then slowly and gradually they switch over to pakka houses. So we are talking about settlement. So let's see what is settlement. Settlements are places where people build their homes. Early human beings lived on trees and in caves. When they started to grow crops, it became easier to have a permanent house. The settlements grew near the river valleys as water was available and land was fertile. तो उन्होंने सबसे पहले कहाँ रहना शुरू किया? नियर रिवर वैलीज, जहाँ पे वाटर हमेशा अवेलेबल था और लैंड कैसी थी? फर्टाइल थी, इसीलिए उन्होंने वहाँ पे पहले अपना सेटलमेंट स्टार्ट किया. विद द डेवलपमेंट ऑफ ट्रेड, कॉमर्स एंड मैन्युफैक्चरिंग, ह्यूमन सेटलमेंट्स बिकेम लार्जर. Settlement flourished and civilization developed near river valleys. As you all know about the Harappa civilization, Mesopotamia civilization, है ना? And every civilization grew along the banks of river such as Indus, Tigris, Nile and Huanghe. Now, as settlement can be defined in two categories. First is permanent settlement and second one is temporary settlement. So let's start with temporary settlement. Settlement which are occupied for a short time are called temporary settlements. The people living in deep forests, hot and cold deserts and mountains often dwell in such temporary settlement only. They practice hunting, gathering, shifting cultivation and transhumance. As in previous chapter I explained you about shifting cultivation also, that is slash and burn technique, and transhumance also, जो mountain hills पे according to the season चले जाते हैं और वो वापस आ जाते हैं. However, more and more settlements today are permanent settlement. So basically the villages are rural settlement where people are engaged in activities like agriculture, fishing, forestry, crafts work and trading etc. Rural settlement can be compact, है ना? कॉम्पैक्ट और स्कैटर्ड कुछ भी हो सकता है रूरल में. कॉम्पैक्ट बेसिकली वो होता है जहाँ पे हमारे घर घने घने बने हुए होते हैं, एज यू ऑल कैन सी इन दिस फिगर 7.2. और स्कैटर्ड सेटलमेंट वो होता है जहाँ पे घर हमारे दूर दूर बने होते हैं. सो बेटा बेसिकली स्कैटर्ड सेटलमेंट में क्या होता है, हमारे जो घर है वो एक घर से दूरियाँ ज़्यादा होती हैं, घर दूर दूर बने हुए होते हैं. ओके. Now, a compact settlement is a closely built areas of dwellings wherever flat land is available. In a scattered settlement, dwellings are spaced over an extensive area. This type of settlement is mostly found in hilly tracts, thick forest and regions of extreme climate. In rural areas, people build houses to suit their environment. In regions of heavy rainfall, they have slanting roofs, है ना? जहाँ रेनफॉल ज़्यादा होता है वहाँ पे ऐसे स्लैंटिंग रूफ में बनाते हैं जिससे कि रेन जो है वो इजीली स्लैंट हो जाए, है ना? Places where water accumulates in the rainy season, the houses are constructed on a raised platform or stilts, as you all can see in figure 7.4. Now, and wherever we are having hot climate, so people used to make houses with the thick mud walled houses, है ना? And with the thatched roof are very common in the areas of hot climate, and local material like stones, mud, clay, straw etc. are used to construct these kind of houses. Now let's see transport. As transport is the means by which people and goods move easily. In the early days, it took a great deal of time to travel long distances. People had to walk and used animals to carry their goods. Invention of the wheel made transport easier. With the passage of time, different means of transport developed, but even today people use animal for transport such as Here you all can see in horse cart, है ना, bullock cart and camel cart. In our country, India, donkeys, mules, bullocks and camels are common. In the Andes mountain of South America, ilmas are used as are yaks in Tibet. The early traders from other countries used to take several months to reach India. They took either the sea routes or the land routes, है ना. अब as technology has been developed, now aeroplane has been invented. Aeroplanes have made travel faster. Now it takes only 6 to 8 hours to travel from India to Europe. Modern means of transport thus save times and energy. As you all know, the four major means of transport are roadways, railways, waterways and airways. The most commonly used means of transport, especially for short distances, are roads. It means are roadways. They can be metalled and unmetalled. Metalled roads such as Pakka road and unmetalled means Kacha road, है ना. As you all can see in figure 7.6 and 7.7, the plains have a dense network of roads. Roads have also been built in terrains like desert, forest and even high mountains. As Manali Leh highway in the Himalaya mountain is one of the highest roadways in the world. This is very important beta. You all can underline this. Roads built underground are called subways. जो roads underground बनाते हैं उनको हम subways कहते हैं और जो ऊपर बनाते हैं उन्हें हम फ्लाईओवर्स कहते हैं, ओके, जिनका रेल स्ट्रक्चर होता है. नाउ लेट्स सी railways. The railways carry heavy goods and people over long distances quickly and cheaply. The invention of the steam engine and the industrial revolution helped in speedy development of rail transport. Diesel and electric engines have largely replaced the steam engine. In places, super-fast trains have been introduced to make the journey faster. The railway network is well developed over the plain areas. Advanced technology skills have enabled laying of railway lines in difficult mountain terrains also, but these are much fewer in number. Indian railway network is well developed. It is the largest in Asia, beta. As this is very important. The Trans-Siberian Railway is the longest railway system and it is connecting St. Petersburg in western Russia to Vladivostok on the Pacific coast. Now let's see waterways. As you all learnt that early days waterways were used for transportation. As whatever the traders came to India, they use the waterways only. As I told you in history, Vasco da Gama, है ना. Waterways are the cheapest for carrying heavy and bulky goods over long distances. They are mainly of two types. First one is inland waterways and second one is sea routes. Navigable rivers and lakes are used as inland waterways. Some of the important inland waterways are the Ganga Brahmaputra river system, the Great Lakes, जो होम्स मैं आपको पहले बता चुकी हूँ, होरन, ऑन्टोरियो, एरी, सुपीरियर, है ना, ये सारी लेक्स 5 lakes हैं. In North America and the river Nile in Africa. Sea routes and oceanic routes are mostly used for transporting merchandise and goods from one country to another. These routes are connected with the ports. Some of the important ports of the world are Singapore and Mumbai in Asia, New York, Los Angeles in North America, Rio de Janeiro in South America, Durban and Cape Town in Africa, Sydney in Australia, London and Rotterdam in Europe. Now let's see airways. As airways is the fastest way of transport developed in the early 20th century, it is also the most expensive due to high cost of fuels, है ना. तो एयरवेज जो है हमारा, उससे हम सबसे जल्दी और आसानी से पहुंच सकते हैं एक जगह से दूसरी जगह. As sometimes we have to face air traffic also. Air traffic is adversely affected by bad weather like fog and storms. It is the only mode of transport to reach the most remote and distant areas, especially where there are no roads and railways. Helicopters are extremely useful in most inaccessible areas and in time of calamities for rescuing people and distributing food, water, clothes and medicines. जहाँ कहीं पे भी हम लोग जब नेचुरल डिज़ास्टर फेस करते हैं तो हेलीकॉप्टर में पूरे फूडिंग के पैकेट, क्लोथिंग के एंड मेडिसिन के बनाकर रख लिए जाते हैं और वेयर एवर इट इज़ नीडेड वो एरोप्लेन के थ्रू अपना ड्रॉप करते जाते हैं, हेलीकॉप्टर के थ्रू वो अपना ड्रॉप करते जाते हैं, जिससे क्या होता है जहाँ पे हमारे जो नेचुरल डिज़ास्टर में पीड़ित हमारे जो लोग हैं उन तक हम easily सामान पहुंचा सकते हैं. Some of the important airports are Delhi, Mumbai, New York, London, Paris. Now let's see communication. As communication is the process of conveying message to others, as what we are doing, है ना? I am communicating my words, है ना? I am communicating. So with the development of technology, humans have devised new and fast modes of communication. As you all are knowing, the advancement in the field of communication has brought about an information revolution in the world. Different modes of communication are used to provide information, to educate as well as to entertain. है ना? So firstly, what was happening? Here you all can see in this figure, है ना? पहले हम लोग आपस में पास जाकर के ही कम्युनिकेट कर पाते थे. फिर उसके बाद हमने किसका सहारा लेना शुरू किया? पिजन का. पिजन के लैग में हम अपना मैसेज टाई अप करके उसको उड़ा देते थे और वो हमारा कम्युनिकेट हो जाता था मैटर. फिर हमने सहारा लिया ऐसे बजा करके पूरे लोगों को इकट्ठा करके हम उनको अपनी बात पहुंचाते थे. देन फिर हमारे पास धीरे से व्हाट वी गॉट पोस्टल सर्विसेज. पोस्टल सर्विसेज के थ्रू हमने अपनी बातों को लेटर के थ्रू हमने अपनी बातों को इधर से उधर करना शुरू किया. देन स्लोली एंड ग्रेजुअली टेक्नोलॉजी आ गई हमारे पास. न्यूज़पेपर आया. न्यूज़पेपर के थ्रू हम लोग अपना पूरा कंट्री का न्यूज़ हम लोग घर पे बैठ के जान सकते थे. फिर थिएटर आया. थिएटर के थ्रू हम लोग जानते थे, है ना. देन टीवी आया, टेलीविज़न आया और एडवांसमेंट के साथ हमारे पास आए लैपटॉप्स, हमारे मोबाइल फ़ोन्स, हमारे टेलीफोन्स, है ना. ये सारी चीज़ें आई और जिसके थ्रू हम लोगों ने और भी अच्छे से कम्युनिकेट करना सीखा, है ना. जैसा कि मैं आपको बता रही थी बेटा कि हमने कम्युनिकेशन स्टार्ट किया थ्रू न्यूज़पेपर, रेडियो एंड टेलीविज़न. तो वी कैन कम्युनिकेट विद अ लार्ज नंबर ऑफ पीपल थ्रू दिस, है ना. दे आर देयरफॉर कॉल्ड मास मीडिया. इन सब चीज़ों को क्या कहते हैं? मास मीडिया. द सैटेलाइट हैव मेड कम्युनिकेशन इवन फास्टर. Satellites have helped in oil exploration, survey of forest, underground water, mineral wealth, weather forecast and disaster warning. Now we can send electronic mails or emails through internet. Wireless telephonic communication through cellular phones have become very popular today. Internet not only provides us with worldwide information and interaction but has also made our lives more comfortable. तो आज हम लोग क्या करते हैं बेटा? घर बैठे अपने टिकट कर लेते हैं. फॉर एग्जाम्पल जब भी कभी हमें कहीं जाना है किसी भी चीज़ से, चाहे हमें बस से जाना है, चाहे हमें ट्रेन से जाना है, चाहे एयरवेज से जाना है ना, एयरबस से जाना है, हम क्या करते हैं? इंटरनेट से अपनी सीट बुक करा लेते हैं. और कहीं भी जाने से पहले हम होटल्स में भी अपनी सीट, अपना रूम, अपना सब कुछ हम रिजर्व करा लेते हैं, जिसके थ्रू क्या होता है? हमें कहीं पे भी आने जाने में दिक्कत नहीं होती है. दिस इज हाउ एक्सप्लेनेशन ऑफ दिस चैप्टर इज डन. नाउ लेट्स मूव टू क्वेश्चन एंड आंसर्स. So your first question is, what are the four means of transport? So transport is the means by which people and goods move. The four major means of transport are roadways, railways, waterways and airways. And now you have to explain one by one. है ना? Now question number 2 is, what do you understand by the term settlement? As settlement are places where people build their homes. Settlements can be permanent or temporary. Settlements which are occupied for a short time are called temporary settlement. The people living in deep forest, hot and cold deserts and mountains often dwell in such temporary settlement. They practice hunting, gathering, shifting cultivation and transhumance. However, more and more settlements today are permanent settlements. In the settlements, people build homes to live in. Now, question number 3 is, which are the activities practiced by the rural people? So your answer is the activities practiced by the rural people are farming, fishing, forestry, trading and crafts work, etc. Now next question is mention any two merits of railway. So beta you can write two merits of railways are they carry people over long distances quickly and cheaply, and secondly you can say they carry heavy goods in bulk. Then next question is what do you understand by communication? So your answer is communication is the process of conveying message to others. With the development of technology, humans have devised new and fast modes of communication. Now your next question is what is mass media? So through medium like newspaper, radio and television we can communicate with a large number of people. Such mediums are therefore known as mass media. Then take the correct answer. So take the correct answer में देखेंगे which is not a means of communication. Telephone, books, table. So your answer is table, है ना. Which type of road is constructed under the ground? So your answer is subways. Which mode of transport is most suitable to reach an island? So your answer is ship. And which vehicle does not pollute the environment? So your answer is cycle. So beta now next question is match the following. Internet. Internet means a means of communication. Canal routes means inland waterways. Urban areas means areas where people are engaged in manufacturing, trade and services. Then compact settlement, closely built areas of houses are known as compact settlement. Now let's see give reason. So your question is today's world is shrinking. Give reason for your answer. As modern technology has trapped the whole world in its fist, with the advancement of communication and information technology, the world has contracted. We can go to the news of a far off land just with a blink of our eyes. Newspaper, radio and television have brought a revolution in communication. Cellular phone have become popular today and is used by almost everyone. The use of internet has made everything available to our plates. Hence, it can be said that today's world is shrinking. This is how our explanation of chapter and discussion of question and answers, everything has been done. Thank you. Have a nice day ahead.